everybody, it's Disha Rosetta, and I am here in Bangkok, Thailand. I just wanted to do a quick video. Hopefully this comes out okay because the lighting here is either like a lot of sun or very dark and dull. So hopefully this contrast works. So today I wanted to talk about intuition and what it means, what it looks like, what it could feel like, and how to use it. I feel like intuition is one of those words that people throw around but don't really know how to use it for themselves, or they may have used it once in a while but not consistently. And I just wanted to share my experience with intuition. I have recognized that I have been a very intuitive person for a very long time. I have not always listened to it. I have not always known what it was. I haven't always known how it showed up. But for me, at this point in my life, it shows up as a feeling of intense irritation, or a feeling in my stomach where I just don't feel good. And what I mean by that irritation, it's like it's so much that I have to stop whatever I'm doing and figure out why I'm so irritated. And I don't mean, your normal, oh, this person irritated me, this situation irritated me. No, I mean like overwhelming, overpowering irritation to the point where you have to stop, or I have to stop. The other way that it has shown up for me is in my stomach. That's how it shows up for a lot of people. It can also show up like in tingling in your body, or it can show up as like a little headache or a big headache. But again, for me, showing up in my stomach as a stomach ache, as nausea. There have been times where I have like dry heaved because there wasn't anything for me to actually throw up, but that like desire to do so was there. And I've learned that that was my intuition, that was my discernment, that was that still small voice inside of me letting me know that I needed to do something or not do something based off of what was currently going on around me. I bring up intuition here while I'm in Bangkok because as soon as I arrived here, my body did not want to be here. I immediately felt like, oh, get back on a plane. And I literally had to talk myself down because I'm here on a visa run. So I'm here so that I can go back to Vietnam and stay for another 30 days. So this is imperative for me to actually be here. I decided to come to Bangkok because it was a straight flight, and I don't like layovers, especially when traveling internationally. If I can avoid it, I will. And the round trip flight was cheap. Round trip, I believe it was like $120, something like that. And my hotel for from Wednesday night until Sunday is like $115. So it's a pretty cheap way for me to go on a visa run. So that's why I did this. But Bangkok was never on my list of places to go. When I thought of Bangkok, I immediately had a feeling in my body of no. I couldn't really describe it. I couldn't really explain it. I didn't have a reason for it other than something within me just didn't want to be here. And when we got here, and I say we because that something is still in me, that something when I got here was upset. And so I have been working through not even just being upset, but just being here and allowing myself to do the best that I can while I'm here and have a good time as best as I can while I'm here, which has not happened exactly the way that I would have liked it to. I intended to go on a tour today on a hop-on, hop-off bus, and it took me an hour and a half to get to the place where I would have gotten on the bus, and then after 30 minutes of looking for the stop for the bus, I could not find it. I tried using Google Translate, I tried finding a police officer, and none of that worked to my advantage here like it has in other places. So that was in and of itself frustrating. And of course, part of me was like, well, that just feeds into, what you were feeling, that you didn't want to be here. But instead of allowing myself to dwell into those feelings and we'll just dwell into those feelings and allow myself to go into a whirlwind of negativity, I made the best of my day. And since I was at a mall, I walked around a bit was a high-end mall, so that was high-end, meaning that there was Balenciaga, there was Prada, there was Gucci, there was Louis Vuitton, there was all these brands, and it was nice to be in that space, in that energy. And not that I really wanted to buy anything, but to feel that I belonged there, where, in certain spaces like that, I may not have felt like I belonged, or I may have felt out of place. So took that lesson for myself. I also got a cute pair of shorts at a store that we have in the States, but still, I can say I bought them in Thailand, so that's one thing. And then at the end of my walking around, I found myself about to cry, so I went and found a table where I could kind of cry in peace, and had a piece of avocado toast, spicy avocado toast. Yeah, again, another thing I can get in the States, but yeah. And then after I left that place, I stumbled upon a supermarket, which was great because I planned on going to 7-Eleven and just getting some things to tide me over between meals in my room, because I'd already decided that on Saturday, my last day here, I'm not going to do much out of the room. I may walk around the neighborhood, I may not. I wanted to do a tuk-tuk tour, hop on, hop off. If I can see that that will be within a reasonable distance of where I am, then maybe I'll do that on Saturday. But if not, I won't, because I recognize that this trip to Thailand was about me really owning my discernment, owning my intuition, and owning what it is that I need, desire, and want out of travel, whether it be now or in the future. This isn't my kind of place, and that's okay. Yeah, it's okay. And it took me recognizing my intuition before I got here, my intuition when I arrived, and my intuition throughout this day to allow me to really understand and settle into the fact that Bangkok is just not for me. Maybe for other people. I'm sure there's beautiful things to see here, beautiful people to experience, but this is not for me. And everything that I encounter is not for me. So, intuition. It's a knowing, it's that still small voice, it's a feeling, it's something that you can't always explain rationally with your mind, but something that you know within your knower, that you know that it's something that you need to pay attention to. So I encourage all of you to truly listen to your intuition, listen to that discernment, listen to that still small voice, so that these things that come to you will allow you to be guided in your life in a flowing way, and so that you won't meet major roadblocks or major just things that you don't have to encounter because you didn't listen. So thank you for listening. Love you. Toodles. Bye.